What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's reaction video is Unreal United States. Places that don't seem real.
That looks really nice.
That does look beautiful. We've done a lot of videos like this. We've seen how beautiful US is. This is just pretty much another, oh my god, I imagine. We're going to be US soon. Unfortunately, we're not doing any major national parks.
No.
Just with Archie, with it being so small. But we do hopefully plan on coming back in the future. If you guys enjoy the vlogs, hopefully we are going to enjoy it. Which I know for a fact we'll enjoy it anyway. But if you guys enjoy the vlogs, it old as well. Hopefully we'll be able to afford to come back in the future. Yeah. And then we'll do national parks when Archie's a bit older, just for travel time to them, very long in buses and stuff like that, aren't they? But we definitely will do them in the future. So this is kind of like just again whetting our appetite, just to see the insanely beautiful places.
Yeah, this should be good.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, we'd really appreciate it. And let's get into Unreal United States, places that don't seem real. What we got?
With giant leaps forward in things like CGI and AI, we tend to look at things that are amazing on the internet with a little bit of skepticism. You see an incredible sunset of reds, oranges, and pinks, and you wonder how much photoshopping was done here, which, oddly enough, is what I always think whenever I see a picture of the Kardashians. In today's video, I'm going to show you some unbelievable places in the United States that actually exist. We won't be looking at the ones everybody knows, like the Grand Canyon, Old Faithful, or the Smoky Mountains. These are 10 that most people don't know about. Got it? Get it? Good. Let's take a look. Number 10, White Sands National Park. White Sands National Park down in southern New Mexico is like something out of a dream. This is a massive stretch of dazzling white gypsum sand dunes that covers about 275 square miles, making it the biggest gypsum dune field on the planet. These dunes are seriously out of this world, and they've taken thousands of years to form. Basically, the wind did its thing, carrying away gypsum crystals from the nearby mountains and sculpting this ever-changing landscape. But what's amazing about this place is not just these white dunes, it's the animals and the plants that have adapted to this area. Nothing should live here. If you go here, there's all kinds of fun stuff to do. One of my favorite things to do is actually you take a sandboard, which is similar to a snowboard.
Mad, isn't it? It just stops.
It becomes like rocks again.
And it's just rocks again without any sand on it. Again, it comes from a mountain. I guess crystal. Sand is just crushed rocks, isn't it, and stuff like that. But that is mental, the fact that it just stopped. But like I say, I suppose that could be covered in the future because it's ever changing.
Yeah, could be.
A long time, I'm guessing. It takes a very long time to do
it. A long time for it to get to that.
Yeah,
stage.
Hundreds and hundreds of years, I'm guessing.
A little bit.
A little bit every year, maybe. Or maybe every 10 years.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments.
And you go down the dunes. It's a lot of fun. But if you want to take a hike through the sand dunes and you got a decent camera, this is a great spot to spend a weekend. Or at least a day. Number 9, the Mendenhall Ice Caves. The Mendenhall Ice Caves up at the Mendenhall Glacier near Juneau, Alaska are like something out of a fairy tale. Been in here a couple times. It is insane. Taking a lot of Alaskan cruises. Eventually, if you do that, you end up in these ice caves.
Okay.
So this is Glacier Bay. Yeah, it's kind of cold. I don't know if you've ever been near a glacier, but they're made of ice. And it's cold up here. I really underdressed for this one.
These insane ice caves are carved out by Mother Nature herself as the glacier does its slow dance of moving and melting. It's like she wants to make secret hideaways.
I don't know. I can't even think about it. Like
melt?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna. I knew you were gonna say that. And then you thought, oh, it's actually really cold.
Why have you called me out?
No, in my head, I was like, she definitely would.
Just keep it running. Keep it running.
Because I was waiting for you to say melt, and I was like, well, it's very cold.
Why have you just called me out?
I didn't know if you actually meant them to melt.
I had no idea. It's like those times where you say things before you think about what you're saying.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
It is stunning. Oh, it looks like it's melting a little bit on the left. It's dripping.
For all of us to go hang out in and, you know, see wonderful, enchanting blue colors and hope the ice doesn't give way and crush you to death in there. But when you go in here, I don't think cameras can do it justice. I know video cameras don't. You take a video camera in there and it's really not worth it. That's my opinion. But it's little low light. It just kind of glows blue. It is so cool. If you do take a cruise to Alaska, make sure this is one of your excursions you do. They have all kinds of companies that do it. Definitely check this one out.
Okay. Ooh. Rainforest.
Number 8, the Hoh Rainforest. The Hoh Rainforest in Washington's Olympic National Park is a mesmerizing natural wonder that totally captivates anyone who sets foot here. Been here about 4 times. It is amazing. This rainforest is kind of unique. It's not the steamy tropical rainforest you'd expect or you've seen in movies. Instead, this thrives in the cooler, wetter climate, getting a mind-blowing 140 to 170 inches of rain a year.
Wow.
The forest is like something out of a Lord of the Rings book, with towering trees covered in moss that create this magical cathedral-like atmosphere. The ground is like a lush carpet of ferns, mosses, and old logs, and it's bursting with all kinds of paths and critters. Don't be surprised if you see things run across the path in front of you. Nothing there's really dangerous.
That's the forest,
Never
though,
heard of
isn't it?
anyone getting attacked by anything other than other humans. Even though you're out in the wilderness, it's fairly safe. This one is a great place to take a nice walk or go for a serious hike. You can do it all here. It's a big area. This is another one that low light videography doesn't work that well, except on because it's always cloudy. So you got overcast, and then it's kind of dark in the bush there. So if you're using a GoPro or something like that, it's going to get all pixelated. Unless you're on a rare day where it's nice and sunny and you got a lot of light coming in, then great. But if you can get a good camera to come up here, or a lot of cell phones now work better than the GoPros, do that.
Ooh, Japanese garden.
Number 7, Portland's Japanese Garden.
Really?
The
Yeah.
Portland
I've never
Japanese
been.
Garden, right in the heart of Oregon's bustling city.
Looks nice.
That's what it says on the website. They're really on the edge of it, above all the nonsense. But it is like a tranquil oasis that just calls you to come and experience this serene beauty. The garden is a perfect blend of Japanese landscaping ideas and elements of the Pacific Northwest, creating a one-of-a-kind and totally captivating experience. As you stroll along the winding paths, you'll find yourself surrounded by lush greenery and koi ponds, and of course, towering maple trees. They're everywhere. There's also those really cool Japanese stone lanterns. You won't find better landscaping just about anywhere. I mean, you go to Disneyland or something like that, and they just have amazing landscape. You know, they have whole crews of 100 people doing landscape at Disneyland. This is better. Honestly, where art meets nature.
Mikini.
I've not heard of any of these so far.
No.
Number 6, the Molokini Crater off the coast
Could've guessed
of
that was
Maui in Hawaii. This place is
Ooh.
seriously cool. It's this volcano-shaped thing that took forever to form, and now it's like this half-submerged island. The way it's shaped makes it an awesome place to spot all kinds of sea creatures, so it's a big hit with all the folks that like to snorkel and dive. The water here is so clear that you can see everything. Just floating on the top with your snorkel and your mask, you could see plenty. But if you want to dive and go lower, even better. The Molokini Crater is basically an underwater paradise with tons of cool stuff to see. And it's a must visit if you're into nature and you're in Maui.
Well,
now here's the thing.
Archie had a swimming lesson today. I dunked him under the water. Maybe in a couple of months we can go.
Months.
Yeah, when we get to America.
Okay.
Go
Months.
diving with him. I'll hold him. We're not going to this area, so unfortunately we won't. But we're not going to Hawaii. But you never know. You
We're
never
not
know.
going to
Maybe we'll have a swim over to Hawaii.
Thing about going out there. There's a couple different boats and tours you could take. Actually, there's dozens of them. Some of the boats are a lot slower. If you take one of those little fast rafts, you could be out there in like 20 minutes. If you take one of the other ones, it's like a 50-minute ride out there. A little more luxurious that way. But it's usually like a 2-hour tour. So if you're taking 45 minutes out and 45 minutes back, you don't have that much time.
Yeah,
they do have longer ones, but I think 2 hours is good enough. If you do go there and you're taking a tour, make sure you ask them to go to the elevator, which is on the back side of it, and where the water goes up against the rocks, it doesn't go into the rocks, it rises. So you're on this elevator thing. It's really, really fun.
Oh, wow. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Unique.
Number 5, Castello di Amarosa. I hope I pronounced that right. I've been there before many years, but it's a really cool castle in the middle of the Napa Valley and all the wine country. This is a jaw-dropping castle that whisks you away to a different era. The place is the brainchild of a wine enthusiast that had a deep love for medieval architecture.
Because
The
Napa Valley, is that not San Francisco?
I don't know. I couldn't tell on the map where you zoomed into.
It was California.
Was it? No, maybe we could
castle
visit this
itself
castle.
is not this fake thing, you know. It's not just plaster made to look like it's real stone. They really built this thing. You look at the doors on the place and it's like thick wood. One person told me it was brought out there from Italy,
That's
and they
beautiful.
only used handmade nails to put things together here. I don't know if that's
Handmade
for the
nails?
whole place, but it's definitely for the doors. My suggestion is go here in the summer or spring. When it's winter and it's all gray, it's kind of nasty. But the Napa Valley is beautiful, and then they got this castle there. It's amazing.
I think Napa Valley is its own thing.
Is it?
Like, not
Just
not
outside of it.
Number 4, Antelope Canyon, Arizona. Antelope Canyon is nestled within the Navajo Nation in northern Arizona.
Ooh.
This is an extraordinary
We have seen this one before, and it just looks incredible. The fact that it's natural,
Yeah, it's
it
crazy.
is mental. And I mean, it may not be smooth, but it looks so smooth. It may be rugged. Let us know if you've been there, but it looks so smooth as well.
It does.
It looks incredible.
geological masterpiece shaped over centuries by relentless forces of water and wind. This is made up of 2 distinct sections, the Upper Antelope Canyon and the Lower Antelope Canyon. Each offers a unique jaw-dropping experience. The Upper Antelope Canyon is renowned for its sunlit beams penetrating through the narrow passages. I'm sure you've seen a picture or two. Probably didn't know what it was, but it looks like a wonderland. Like, I don't know, it's just amazing. The summer months, again, is the best way to go here, especially if you're into photography. You know, that's where you're going to get the best shots of the sunlight coming through the little narrow gaps. The smooth walls of the canyon come alive with vibrant colors ranging from rich reds to soft purples,
So many
creating a
formations.
surreal
Yeah.
and captivating ambiance for visitors. On the other hand, the Lower Antelope Canyon, while less frequented, is equally as enchanting, with a labyrinth of paths leading to chambers adorned with remarkable natural hues. Though the light beams here are less common, it's really not as big a thing there, it's still breathtaking. Both
okay.
sections of Antelope
Need to
Canyon
go,
offer
definitely.
photography enthusiasts
I
a
would feel a bit
dream day.
like claustrophobic though.
I don't know. Yeah, it looks kind of small.
But I think I'd absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think I would.
A dream weekend, whatever you want to do. Now, it's also important to know that these canyons hold cultural significance to the Navajo people, and visitors are encouraged to show the utmost respect for both the environment
Yeah.
and the cultural
100%.
heritage of these areas.
You're going into their land, be respectful. Makes sense. Palouse.
The Palouse. The Palouse is this grassland farmland area in the Pacific
Ooh.
Northwest, mainly spreading its charm across parts of Washington and Idaho.
Wow.
It is famous for its rolling hills that seem to go on forever, covered in lush green wheat, barley, and
Very
lentil
lush
fields.
green.
It's like something out of a dream. And no wonder this is a hot spot for photographers
Look
and
at
nature
that.
buffs. What makes the Palouse even
It looks
cooler
fake.
It
is
does
that
look
the
fake.
wild geological history of the place. It's shaped by ancient floods and a little volcanic action. They used to think it was all because of the Cascade Mountains and the volcanoes there, but then after years of research, they realized that the Canadian glaciers actually pushed all this silt down to this area. This is some of the most fertile land on the planet. In 100 years, they haven't had a failed crop.
Wow. Not even wait, what? Not one failed crop. That sounds mad.
I don't think that's.
I was going to say surely at least one.
Surely one little strawberry ain't coming up.
Let us know in the comments.
Crop.
On the onto?
Number 2, the Oneonta Gorge. The
Nailed
Oneonta
that.
Gorge, which I've heard called several different things, but we're going with Oneonta, is a hidden gem in the stunning Columbia River Gorge of Oregon.
wow.
It's not too far from Portland. It is this super cool, lush, and kind of narrow canyon that'll blow your mind if you're into nature stuff. To get to the heart of the gorge,
look at
you've
that.
got to
That's
wade
amazing.
through the chilly waters of the Oneonta Creek. If you have mobility issues, I would scratch this one off your to-do list.
Okay.
It can get a little rough, especially if you're not there in the dead of summer. The water
to
gets a
watch
little
is
high,
older.
it's
Yeah,
cold,
can't take a
and
crowd.
it's rocky creek you're walking through. But the payoff is worth it if you can make it. They have some of the greatest waterfalls on the planet in this area of the Columbia River Gorge, but when you get to the end of this one, it is amazing. There's epic waterfalls that are just tumbling down from above, making this part of the gorge even more mystical and awesome. All right, before we get to number 1, don't forget we have another channel called On This Day. There's a
Subscribe to
link
us
for that
and
down
this.
below.
Yeah.
Link in
All
the
right,
description.
on to number 1.
Right, come on, have a go. Have a go.
Ashy slipper. Wilderness.
Lastly,
Slipper.
slip. Okay.
Ashy slipper.
Yep.
Beesley Badlands. Dinazin.
Okay.
Denizen.
Good go. Good go.
Are you not?
And number 1, the Ashi Slay Pa Wilderness. The Ashi Slay Pa Wilderness out in northwestern New Mexico is seriously something else. I mean, besides the name and how hard it is to pronounce, and I probably butchered
It
it,
looks like
this
sand
place is
sculptures.
beautiful. It's like stepping into a science fiction movie.
That's
Now,
nice.
besides Ashley Slay Pa, they have the Bisti and the Denazin, which I'm sure I butchered those names, but they're all this like badland area in the Valley of Dreams
Oh, wow.
in New Mexico. You could hike to each one if you want. But Ashley Slay Pa has a trailhead right
pretty.
there, and it's the
It is
easiest one to
beautiful.
get to
It's like
from the
campus,
road.
isn't it?
The whole area is amazing. Picture this. Wild badlands that'll blow your mind, and all these crazy rocks in every color that geology has
I
to
think that's
offer.
the difference
These
with that. It's different colours to what we normally see. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's different, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
not like the Grand Canyon. It's weird formations, but in different colours as well.
Yeah, it's nice.
It looks really cool.
weird geological sculptures have been here for a very long time, being eaten away from sheer rock by wind and sand. Now, Ashi Slay Pa comes from Navajo, and it means gray salt, which totally fits because these are shale formations. And they do have this eerie gray-blue shade. If you're to go on some epic hikes and explore this ancient terrain that's been around for millions of years. It's like a sneak peek into the Earth's history books, courtesy of Mother Nature herself.
shapes.
If you like to be
Those are
outdoors and you're an adventure junkie,
Never heard of
this
it.
is a great hike and something really cool to see.
That was good because we'd only ever heard of one of them.
Yeah.
They were all new, all unfortunately places which we probably can't see. We have to have a look at the San Francisco one.
Yeah.
It is near San
It is
Francisco.
near San Francisco.
That'd be pretty cool to do the castle. But that was awesome, wasn't it?
It was good, yeah.
It-
Ones we haven't heard of before.
It just when we do these videos, I just
Can
realised.
get a bit repetitive, can't they?
Oh, we definitely can, but I just realised how much we actually need to do and how
Yeah.
much this one trip is not going to satisfy us.
No.
Smash that button, guys. Smash the subscribe button. What should we do?
Have a fantastic day.
Then we'll see you legends in the next one. Peace.